Good afternoon, I'm Tama from 2 Pro 2 Game, and now I'm with the mid laner, microlatios and Aeru from the Fat Rabbit, who have just stormed a 3-0 victory against Toushi Halcyon. So, how do you feel that right now you have actually achieved a first rank in the TLC in Singapore?
I think the first rank is a good rank to achieve, but it's not a big deal. Yeah, we are probably looking forward. Look at the Malaysians, KLH, Killings by. We're playing Killings by soon and prepare for that game. Yeah.
Okay, well, now that you have already know that you are going to face K-Tanks by of the Insidious Gaming, do you feel any stress from them? Do you feel that they are actually stronger than the Singapore teams?
From the games I watched yesterday, I don't think that they are strong compared to Singapore teams, but after all, there's still a week to prepare for the games, or maybe more. Yeah, I think in that time they can still beat up if they really train very hard.
Okay, so you all still think that the Singapore teams are stronger, right? So what makes you think that Singapore is actually stronger than the Malaysian team?
So traditionally, Singaporeans have been the whole scene is just stronger than the Malaysian team. But reasons wise, I think it's because the population of Malaysian players is very low. So when they pick players, right, they have to settle with what they have. Whereas in Singapore, there's not a huge pool, but it's slightly bigger pool. So obviously with slightly bigger pool, better players, and you get better teams, of course. But having said that, both Singapore and Malaysia team is still very, very backward compared to the rest of the world. We are still very, very a joke compared to any other region. Yeah.
Okay, good that you actually bring this up. Do you feel that Singaporeans team have actually need more time to actually practice? Like, should they actually stay in a gaming house, or should they actually practice much more than the Koreans? Because we know that they're actually quite difficult to actually stay together and then practice 24/7. And then we also know that it's quite difficult to actually have the bonding together and the chemistry. You have mentioned that your groups are actually formed through a Facebook team, which you have actually previously played in a challenger scene. So do you feel that actually this is a problem to you?
Yeah, because as Singaporeans, gaming is not a culture for us. Yeah, and there are no incentives to continue for gaming. Yeah, because the pay is really very low in Singapore as compared to Korea, where they have big corporate sponsors like Samsung and CJ. Yeah, those
Okay, very well. So let's talk about the game now. The Alistar pick is actually really a very niche pick, and do you think that it's actually stronger than Maokai, or do you think that Maokai is actually still stronger than Alistar?
Personally, I think Alistar is stronger. They both serve similar roles, like high engage, but Alistar's high engage is much harder than Maokai. Maokai, there's still some counterplay, a bit here and there, but Alistar is just in your face, up, and then it combined with Yasuo or anything, and basically the guy has to flash or die. Yeah, so Alistar is a very strong pick now, but it's probably going to get nerfed soon. Yeah.
Okay, very well. I hope it does get nerfed because it really looked really strong, as well as Maokai. So for our final question, you have actually one game away from actually qualifying from the GPL. As long as you defeat Insidious Gaming, K-Tex, Bug, as long as you defeat them, you can actually qualify for the GPL. Are you excited about it?
yes, and we will try best.
Do you think that you all will do well in the GPL?
With this current lineup, probably not. The best, maybe 4th to 8th position. That is a realistic goal. But we evaluate after we get in the GPL whether we want to play serious, we want to take it casual, aim for the 4th to 8th, and see how it goes from there. We'll re-evaluate now. But first, we want to get there first before we even talk about that. Yeah.
Okay, so now do you have any shout out that you want to say to your fans or to anyone in the community that is actually watching us in this interview?
Okay, personally, I want to shout out to my teammates first. All 5 of them, and I also want to shout out to our sub, Richard Chiu, RC at home. And I also like to shout out to Jensen, where is he? Over there. Yeah, our analyst. He very willingly, he just came out and said, do you need an analyst? And then we just went from there. And he's been a important help into our gameplay, our improvement. When we fail, come back and sort of maintaining our level of play, even though we don't train that much. Besides that, I also want to a big shout out to Garena for hosting this. Yeah, because honestly, a lot of people don't just give them shit all day, all long. But TLC is really pretty good. The prize pool is large. There's a lot of players. Even a small crowd can't watch. So I want to thank Garena for that. Yeah.
Aeru, what about you? Any shout out?
Probably none. Thanks.
Okay, thank you very much, Microlatios and Aeru, and congratulations for your storm. And if you want to see any more coverage or content, please visit www.trueprotogame.com.